Is that the only one that, is that the only use that you have for overhead sprinklers on the
Frost.
Frost as well?
Frost. You can ask me about overhead sprinklers.
Yes.
I'll tell you a story about that.
Continue on.
Yeah. If you could tell us about the overhead sprinklers.
The vineyard is covered with overhead sprinklers that produce, when you're sprinkling it, 50 gallons per acre per minute. And now we're farming 200 acres, so that's 10,000 gallons a minute of water. And we have our own reservoirs, 7 reservoirs, that stores winter runoff. Fills them up in the winter time, and then we use that in the spring and summer for irrigation. And once that water is gone, next winter they fill up again at no cost. That's the only commodity I know where you can use it all up and the rains bring it back at no cost. Those reservoirs that are on our vineyard property have made millions of dollars of savings in water costs over the 40 years that they've been there. So the system was devised in the late 50s by an article that I read that in Israel, the Israelites were protecting vegetables with water sprinklers. I called up an engineer and he said he was aware of the article and that he was going to have an engineer from Israel come over. And he brought him to my property, and by 1960 I had done a test to see if it would work. Because I didn't believe you could protect the grapevine by putting ice on it. But with the sprinklers running on a 5-acre test plot, and the temperature at 27 degrees, icicles were 6 inches long on the vines, and I was absolutely sure that the vines would be burnt and I would lose the crop. However, when the sun came up and the ice melted, the vines were perfect shape, and my neighbors came over to congratulate me, and I was surprised. And that was the first one of the first ones.